Today we're doing the other Corolla. Wow. Today we're doing the other coilover. Obviously we've already done that side in the last video. I also, off camera, got the fuel rail in. I've got it running with this new ignition leads and the new fuel rail and the new injectors. I'll show you a clip here. I had to sort of idle it through the cold start because it really didn't like it. But as soon as it sort of settled down, the temperature, it idled back down normally. It's still a bit low though, obviously, because these are the turbo ones, so it's obviously going to be running really rich at the moment. So when I can get the ECU in, or I'm going to get the ECU Det Master, what is it, ECU Master Det 3 or something like that. It's essentially a piggyback ECU, so it plugs into this one and tells it what to do. It's not a standalone. I don't really fancy mapping a standalone, because it'd be too much hard work, especially for like a beginner like me. But I think I'll manage to do it on a piggyback one. So basically, I just need to let it know that it's got more fuel in, and yeah. I'll be able to get it running, hopefully, properly, at least. But these are all prepared for the turbo, basically, so I can just smack the turbo in, and theoretically, the only other thing I might need is a 4EFTE map sensor. So at the moment, I'm running the standalone map sensor for the 4EFE, which is obviously not the turbo one. So I've put the 4EFTE injectors in, and it's sort of like, what the fuck are you trying to do? So that's why it's probably idling like shit, but yeah, on the cold start at least, but after it warms up it's alright. So yeah, I've already taken this bolt out down here. That was just a piece easy one, so yeah, take that out, this unclips. There's these two bolts down here. This side doesn't have a brake shield, which I've just realised, and I don't know why. Bit worrying, but yeah, so undo both of these, undo all these on the top, measure the new one to make sure it's the exact same as the old one. I've got all the specs on my phone, and then I'll just smack it in, pretty much. Then I've tried on the right, so I started on the back one, the back left one there. It was an absolute pig. I got two new rear drop links for the rear anti-roll bar. For some reason the front anti-roll bar doesn't directly connect to the actual coilover itself. If you look at the front anti-roll bar, it's down here, look. So I'm not sure why that is. It's just connected to the control arm, essentially. But yeah, the rear ones connect directly to the shock, so you need to get those off in order to take the whole thing out, obviously. And there's also a brake line that's like clipped in and screwed into it. I can't really show you on this side. So I tried to drill it out on the other side. I tried to drill out the rear anti-roll bar drop link because it was just rounded off, just absolutely rusted to shit. No point even trying to use a tool. It was just a circle in the middle, so you couldn't get anything in to hold it. I can turn the nut, but the middle will just spin forever, so I'll have to, I think I'm just going to get an angle grinder, to be honest, and cut it off. That's the easiest way. And once I've cut the old ones off, I can just reinstall the new ones, or well, install the new ones, and it doesn't matter if you cut it off, as long as you don't actually cut the anti-roll bar itself, just cut the drop link, you're fine pretty much. So I'm going to do that. And the brake line, I've not really decided what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to order some flare nut spanners, so that I can properly grip it, because at the moment it's just sort of spinning and I don't want to round off the whole thing, because that's going to be a pain in the arse. This is the one I was really worried about for MOT, which is why obviously I'm replacing it, because look at that. If you can see that. The top of that spring is completely snapped in half. This is the one I was really worried about. The hell, didn't know that spun, that's weird. Right. Let's get the new coilover in then. Let's measure it up. I've got the specs on my phone from the old one. Well, from that side, sorry, not the old one. So let's get that sorted now. I can barely get the jack under it. Love that, it's mint. Coilovers on both sides now. Bear in mind this is set sensible obviously. Still plenty of clearance I guess. I did try and do the rears. I did try that rear. I've got a few little things to do on the Ibiza. Got a little checklist I need to run through. I might not film it. It's just one of the bulbs has gone out here. This little side light bulb's gone out for some reason. And there's a few other little things that I want to try and get done. I don't think I've filmed it, but I got spacers on the front as well now. Stance plus. So I've got spacers all round, 25mm all round. No, sorry, 20mm all round I think. Can't remember. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to do. While I'm here, I'm going to tint these rear lights. I think that'll look mint. That'll really clean up the back end of this. With those lights sort of, I'm not going to black them out, but with them tinted, it'll look a lot better. So I think I'm going to do that today as well. Mint. Right, the camera's running low. Hopefully I've got some spare batteries in the car, so I'm going to make this one quick in case I don't. Both of the rear lights are now tinted. Looks mint. Miles more aggressive. I'm going to do some other little stuff. I'm going to start on the back left coilover as well and see if I can get that in. If not, I've got loads of other jobs to do anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to carry on cracking on. I had a right good go on the back one and I couldn't get it either. It's the same as the other side. So I've ordered some tools and I'm going to wait for them to come. Hopefully I'll be able to do this next weekend and get the coilovers finished. Then we can sort of touch up the paint job a little bit here and there and get new tyres on it, and it'll be ready for an MOT. I've got the new tyres at home, they just need putting on, so one day I'll just have to jack it up in the garage probably, leave it on axle stands and take the wheels in my Ibiza to get them changed. So yeah, making good progress there.